Hi, and welcome to this special free training provided by Choir Baton for teaching choir amidst COVID-19. And I'm really excited that you are here to walk through this with me. I wish it was under better circumstances, but I firmly believe that I'm here to help you. This whole community is here to help you figure this out. And we have some really great resources that can help you in the coming days, no matter what happens. But before we really jump into the meat of this, I just want to challenge you to think of what we're experiencing right now as teachers everywhere are having to transition their in-person learning and rehearsals to an online format is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, is the virus a bad thing? Yes. But the fact that we are having to move towards this new style of learning is kind of like a dress rehearsal for the future, because I firmly believe that we are going to continue to have to address this as a performing arts industry. And this is just an opportunity for us to consider how and why we can integrate more technology into our rehearsals to ultimately get more people singing. And I firmly believe that we can. In fact, I'm not just saying like this is like one of my passions in life is to help get more people singing and using digital learning as a means to do that. So you're in good hands, because quite frankly, like, digital learning is only going to continue to grow. It's not going anywhere. But simultaneously, choral music has been around for thousands of years. It's not going anywhere either. And we are innovators, and we will continue to innovate. And now we've just got to figure out how with this new methodology. A couple things to really think about is evaluating student learning is going to change, right? Especially as we have more online individualized learning that we're observing here. And that's very different from how a lot of us have evaluated choirs in the past. In my time in the classroom, I really began to transition and try to figure out how and why I always did group evaluations and what it would mean to move more towards individualized assessments, so that then like that would actually help the group move along. And then in thinking through that, I thought, well, a lot of times community choirs only rehearse once a week, right? Like the students are required to, or I say students, adults, whatever, depending on the age of the community choir or church choir even, they are required to rehearse once a week as a group, and any other learning they need to do is on their own as well. And they're making it. So while we won't necessarily be rehearsing as an ensemble in person once a week right now, another model that the choir industry is well known for is that of honor choirs, right? How many times do we send out music to students to learn for honor choirs and then have them come together for a big choral experience as well? This is not a completely foreign model to us. It is just different. One other thing I do want to share is I'm very well aware of the fact that not every teacher and or student is fully equipped to be able to handle moving everything virtually. At this point in time, I have taught in schools where singers did not have cell phones, or if they had cell phones, they were like literally almost flip phones. And this was not 10 years ago, right? Like this was just a year ago even, that I saw a kid with a flip phone, or they have limited data, or there's certain restrictions on how they can use at-home computers, if they have an at-home computer, if they even have internet access at home, right? So I think that, be it as it is, this is really forcing us to evaluate some of the digital problems that we have in our country, that it's not an equal playing field for us to expect to for schools to completely go online, because that doesn't work for every student, in addition to every teacher that doesn't have the resources that they need to be able to put things online or on smart boards or on individualized student accounts, everything like that. So I really hope that this will cause us to address the scarcity of digital opportunities in our schools and in our students' lives through this. And then finally, I hope that this new thing just causes us to really appreciate the power in in-person choral opportunities and activities. I think sometimes we take them for granted, and the fact that we're not going to have them for a while is going to really challenge us to be so grateful for the opportunities that we do have. So I'm not trying to completely like Pollyanna this whole situation, but there are some really positive things that can come from us examining how to address this. So on to the next. Thanks for sticking with me this far.